Hi, Alexi. I'm going to go through your whole portfolio up to, I think, maybe week 7 if you have it done. If I do put a video in here, make sure you leave it in there. I don't know if I've left you video feedback before, but don't delete it so I can at least know where you're at. So you've done a self-assessment. It's a detailed self-assessment. You've given yourself um, uh, that you've earned an A minus here. I appreciate your detailed explanation. You've given a good reflection here. I like the reflection, it's very good. Now, I'm going to leave the personal project part out at this stage because you're going to submit that separately. So, but you're doing a good reflection here of that, very good reflection. You've got your in class, you did the work on your own. Oh, wow. That's impressive. Not many others have done that. Top marks for that. Um, and you contributed a resource. So I would say you're really at an A there. There's no problem with that. Now you've given yourself a B plus here. You've given a good explanation of why. You've got the Google activity that you were supposed to do. That's the trusting debate and stuff. But I'm wondering, yes, you're missing the actual homework. Okay, so there was a homework activity. So insert comment missing, I think you are anyway, homework activity. Each homework activity is supposed to have a final output. And I don't see that, but maybe I'm wrong. You've got this. Yeah, looks, wait a second. Oh, no, you did do it. Okay, you got information literacy, put in a document. It's decent documentation, not necessarily top A documentation, but decent. And that's a good reflection. And then you've got your personal project and you're working on that. So it looks like it. I mean, a little bit at a time. You've got your in-class contributions. So you're A minus to A there, and you've got a good resource there. Got an A here. You've really given a detailed explanation of why. The Gen AI activity, let's see what we were doing here. Gen AI detection, you put in, and then lack of resources. There's your challenge. Yes, you've got your thing. So that's pretty decent. You've got these other links here, which is fine. You spent a lot of time on this, and it's an excellent reflection. And you've got your personal project documents. Eventually, you're going to submit them to me. And then you have, yeah, these a solid reflection, good in class. These are all excellent reflections and giving another resource, which is great. You've got an A minus here. You give very good explanations. Let's see what we were supposed to do in these activities. You put them all in one. So you missed this class. So you did other things, which I appreciate that a lot, to be honest. And then, yeah, we're supposed to create a video this week, I believe. And do we have the video? We do. Excellent. That's really looking good. So, yeah, so this is a great reflection. I'm assuming you're working on you're doing the project on time. You're giving a good update, so that's fine. You've got a good interaction there. You've got Kyle's feedback there, which is excellent. You don't have to do evaluation this week, but you have done that reflection anyway, which is pretty amazing. You've got the Gen AI activities here, Act 3 and the 2 and 3 in here. And yes, you're creating all these things. That's great. You're doing that activity, just making sure. Great reflections. You're moving really honestly to that A plus category, in my opinion, A to A plus. Very impressed with this. You've done your in-class work on your own. That's the only thing is that you're not making some of the classes, but um, you're still doing the work, which I appreciate. And oh, okay, sorry, that's in class that you didn't. Oh, they didn't miss a class, so that's fine. Individual contributions, these are great. Your week 6, you've done a self-assessment. It's very solid. I think you stopped giving yourself a grade, but you're doing that. You don't have to keep doing that self-assessment, by the way, just to save yourself some time. You've got the Gen AI activities. The other thing is, if this helps you, that's great to put these activities, but you only have to do the home activity here. And I think you were looking at a tool. Yeah. Okay. And then story. Just want to double check for this week. What was this week? 6. Lesson 6. There it is. Yeah, you're supposed to evaluate a tool. So I believe that's what you were doing there. And then, oops, wrong one. Put that back to yours. Okay. And then week 6, Jenny activities. So we just looked at that's right. Yep. So you're doing a good discussion there. You've got your project, which I presume you're going to submit to me at some point. And you've got a prompt bank and you focused 6 hours. Well, okay, so it should be, if you've spent close to 30 plus hours on this can be a one-time project. So, and then we're still in week 6. Okay. Activities. Oh yeah, there's the tool there. Sorry, I was on the wrong thing before. These are solid. This is a very good pattern of, I mean, you're really giving very strong evidence that this is A to A plus work. And then you're looking at different activities. Okay. Oh, yes, I see what you're doing. Okay. Right. So those were, yeah, challenges there in that particular area. Innovative ways to use JET. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. You're still working on your document. You're still working on that. Okay. That's, so it looks like you finalized it here. Let me just see this bit here. Just going back here. Yeah, I thought you were finalizing. Anyway, no worries. Really solid work. There's so much work to evaluate here. That's why I'm having trouble. Maybe I'd just stop assigning it. That'd be easier. Creative ways. You've looked at this. Got this. Week 8. You've done the activity. You're really ahead of the game, aren't you? And your project documents. Focused on finishing updates. Week submitting the revised version of prompt to Robin for feedback, which I've just checked and you had, and you did quite well on this. So that was excellent. You've got your in-class contributions. You are ready to go. So up to week, honestly, I would say you're at A plus right now. I don't think I could ask for anything more. You've put such a tremendous effort into this, and I really appreciate it.